If there's one thing we've learned about business and life, it's that people are the X factor. They constantly surprise us, both in amazing ways and not so much. We're Ben and Syya, and welcome to the Gnaw on This Business Bites podcast. This show is all about real life things we all deal with every day, how they relate to business, and how to make some sense out of our daily chaos. Welcome to the show. And welcome back to another episode of Gnaw on This Business Bites. I'm Ben, and this is Syya. Now, here's a question for you today. Are you still inherently curious? As children, we are curious. We are constantly asking questions. We are constantly asking why. We're constantly asking why again, and why again, and why again, and why again. And you know what? It may sound frustrating as adults to have that child ask why, but guess what? They're learning. Because as a young kid, they know what they don't know. And they don't know everything at that stage of their life. And they're trying to be able to figure out what are the boundaries of their life. What's good, what's bad, what's right, what's wrong. Why do we turn right versus why do we turn left? Why do we go uphill instead of we go downhill? Why do we shovel snow? Why is rain wet? And we were all that curious at one point in time because we didn't know. We assumed nothing. We assumed that it was other people's job to give us knowledge and be able to help us be better citizens of the world. And unfortunately, as we get older, most of us lose that curiosity. And whether that curiosity has been beaten out of us within the systems, whether we call it school, university, jobs, social convention, whatever it is, we all lose that ability, or a lot of us lose that ability to be inherently curious. And I find that detrimental to society because we live in a society that is continually changing, that's continually evolving, that there's always something new to learn. We can't assume we know everything because it's impossible. Google doesn't know everything. Why should we? ChatGPT doesn't, hallucinates. Why shouldn't we? And if we are able to sit there and say, I'm not sure, I don't know, I'm going to go find somebody who's smarter than me in this particular area and learn from them, we all would be better off. So Syya, let's know on this.
Man, these topics. So curiosity is my word of the year for 2026, just so you know.
Nice.
It's funny, I never really truly declared it. So I just declared it, everybody.
There we go.
Because I love being curious because there's that wonderment. There's the joy of the adventure in discovering something new, right? And then for me, if we can tap into what helps us maintain curiosity or to remind ourselves to be curious, like in my brain, I think it's like a dopamine or serotonin hit, right? When I can say, "Ooh, I learned something new today," or why is that, right? Like, why is, I don't know. Why does my mom say certain things that she does, right? As opposed to being like, my mom's mean. It's like, let's chew on this, right? Why does my mom?
Why is mom mean?
Why is my mom mean to me right now? I have to tell the story. Speaking of my mom,
Go for it.
I have to share it because I think it's hilarious. But it ties back to curiosity. So I went to this thing, a movie, and I walked into my sister's house carrying a backpack. And I had tightened up the backpack because I was just strapping one arm. You know how you just do that one arm backpack thing? Well, in my rush, I put it on both sides. And I'm walking in the house and I'm kind of dressed like homeless, hoodie, t-shirt, baggy pants. Walked into my sister's house and my mom's just sitting there eating and she just looks at me and she just starts busting out laughing. And it was just funny because she was curious as to why I would walk outside the house dressed like that. But it wasn't so much my outfit. 'Cause I said, "Mom, this is the look. Baggy's in again. Aren't you happy about that?" And she's like, "It's not your outfit. It's your backpack. You're just walking like some kind of like, hunched over. It was a kind of a heavy backpack. Anyway, it was just funny because she was asking me, she's like, "What's in that backpack? Why are you?" And she just started asking me a bunch of questions, and it was just really funny. So anyway, you just made me chuckle along there because my mom was mean. My mommy was mean to me. Uh,
Your mommy was mean to you, but she was at the same time. It says, Why do you look so bad?" She said there and say, "Okay, let's
so
let's
true.
sit there and delve into why does Sia look so bad, and what are the factors that could be fixed before I let my daughter out of the house again into public."
You
So
guys,
it's
full disclosure, my mom is 90. I am 51, okay? And I'm talking as if I'm a teenager still getting scolded for my outfit. I just think it's the funniest
listen.
thing. You just remind me of that. Thank you very much.
I don't care how old we are. We are still somebody's kid. I mean,
True.
our parents are about the same vintage. Your mom's a little bit older than mine, but yeah, I mean, my mother still gives me these looks that make me feel like I'm 12 or 13 years old. And trust me, I haven't been 12 or 13 years
No,
old in a long, long time.
few moon cycles. But yes, but I do think that's what also keeps us young, right? Is
Yes.
to have that maintain that sense of wonderment and, you know, or laughing at your child. And I think being curious intentionally so can help develop deeper relationships because you're developing more deep conversations and therefore
Yeah.
tightening the bonds. And so, in sales, we always say ask, the next question, right? Keep your client doing all the talking
Yeah.
and you listen, but you have to nudge them along. And that means be curious about that conversation, not prepare what your answer is going to be. And so I think now more than ever, if we can do it, we need to get back. It's almost like, oh, what if we host a curiosity party? I don't know. I think there's only lemonade in this. I just want you to know.
Oh, okay. The question is what's in the lemonade, but that's all right.
Ice cubes, young man.
Okay. See, I was being curious.
Again, after my movie experience last night, I'm definitely only drinking lemonade. But here's the thing. It would be interesting in these and it got popular after the pandemic, Zoom meetups,
Yes.
right? Community meetups. Is if we had like a Zoom curiosity party and just be like learn like and intentionally learn three new things from all the attendees or some stuff. And that way I think that'd be kind of fun. Would it
Yeah,
be
I mean,
fun, you
I think
guys?
that if we actually care about human beings, I mean, that's the thing. You're curious because you care, because it
Mm,
matters to you. If something doesn't matter to you, you're never going to care, you're never going to be curious.
true.
So the question is, we can't be curious about everything because our heads will explode. As we get older, I can't be curious about everything. I can't keep my mind on the Ukraine, the Middle East, what's going on in Africa, what's going on in Asia, what's going on. There's a thousand, there's a thousand, what is it? There's over 125 conflicts happening in the world today.
Mm.
Somebody fact check me.
Whew.
I probably know about a dozen of them. And I find that I'm probably far more well informed than most people. There are, minor conflicts, major conflicts, everything happening in the day. The news only reports on two because that's what they're willing to concentrate on.
Well,
Because that's, they only have enough space, they only have enough time, they only have enough energy, they only have enough resources, whatever. But there are, you know, another 80 to 100 conflicts going on in the world that will never hit a news cycle.
yeah.
And and the question is why? And a lot of it comes down to bandwidth.